13 and 8/10 of a billion years ago. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then suddenly, the Big Bang happened, which created our universe. It had its origin in an infinitesimal, dense and hot point, a point that simultaneously occupied the entire space. Outside of him, nothing existed. Let's ignore the fact that the mentioned theory does not explain what this point was, where it came from, or what caused it to explode. The size of the universe has increased by a fraction of the proton radius to over 1 billion light-years in just a fraction of a second. As a result of this hyper-expansion, called inflation, embryos appeared of the future structures in the universe and the temperatures equalized. About 100 seconds after the Big Bang, the temperature dropped to 1 billion degrees. Under the influence of strong nuclear forces, protons and neutrons began to combine, creating deuterium nuclei. High temperature and pressure initiated thermonuclear fusion. Deuterium atoms began to combine to form helium. When the age of the universe reached several hundred millions of years under the influence of gravity, clouds of hydrogen and helium gas began to form. As the gas clouds became thicker and thicker, they were also getting hotter. When the center of one of these clouds reached a temperature of 10 million degrees Kelvin, suddenly it caught fire, creating a process known as nuclear fusion. Hydrogen atoms joined together, creating helium, and thus releasing a huge amount of energy. Suddenly, the first star in our universe was born. In these cosmic clouds, they were created, then billions of stars. Not all stars are identical. They were born in different shapes and sizes. Some are massive blue giants, while others are smaller red dwarfs. However, they differ not only in size, stars also have different lifespans. Some live for tens of millions of years, while others billions. When the universe was about 500 million years old, groups of stars and gas clouds began to form first galaxies. Over time, under the influence of gravity, galaxies began to group into clusters. The first stars began to die, releasing heavy elements. Carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. These are the basic ingredients of life. From post-explosion clouds containing these heavy elements, new stars were born. 9 billion years after the Big Bang in the Milky Way galaxy, our sun emerged from a cloud of cold gas. From the remaining gas and dust swirling around the sun, planets were formed, solar system, and among them Earth. Everything we see on our planet formed from stardust, who was born over 13 and 7/10 of a billion years ago in a sudden burst of energy. 3.5 billion years ago. After billions of years, life is finally emerging in our universe. They were simple, single-celled organisms. They lacked many essential features for modern life, but they are still an important part of our evolution. There are billions of them living on our bodies today. Shortly thereafter, oxygen began to appear on Earth, and with it multicellular organisms. The Earth's climate began to take shape. The ozone layer appears that protects life against harmful radiation from space. 600 million years ago, organisms that were microscopic, they evolved into creatures with vertebrae. It was significant, a milestone and precursor to everything other vertebrate life on Earth, including you. Even more changes occur during this time. Plants evolve and the continents are moving. 200 million years ago, there was a mass extinction which wiped out the vast majority of species that have evolved so patiently it prepared ground for the emergence of dinosaurs and mammals. Dinosaurs quickly became one of the most influential creatures on the planet, ruling the land for the next 160 million years. At the same time, mammals, although initially small and less diverse, gradually adapted to changing conditions. Eventually, after another cataclysm ended the era of dinosaurs, mammals became the dominant group of vertebrates on Earth, which ultimately led to the emergence of humans as one of the most influential forms of life on the planet.